Okay. Okay, restart everything. Okay. So I was saying to all of our new members and the new partners, we propose our committees. To new members, we propose if they like to have to give some of their spare hours, volunteer on some committee, and to our partners, we propose to make a collaboration between similar committees they can have in their organization. For instance, with the Moon Village Association, we already identified some committee that we can work together. The third point, I think it's a very important pillar for our growth, are the SRI public initiatives and participation to big space conferences. We have to think about at least one SRI initiative in Europe and one in the US for the next year. Participation to IAF spring meetings and autumn congress. Then in the program we will see details about this thing. So we also had a solicitation from some of our directors to better define our space policy in terms of select the most important, let's say, all of our goals are important, but to select a few of them on which to concentrate, to focus our space policy proposal to be proposed to our partners for common initiatives. The criteria to make that selection was to give priority to the most feasible objectives in the near future within 2025, giving priority to the goals that will increase the sustainability of civilian space development and contextually of the UN 17 SDGs, giving priority to the goals that may be well received by and shared with our partners, ACES, NSS, MVA, LUNEX, CMM, and the Beyond Earth Institute of Steve Wolf and others, giving priority and strive to get simpler and more direct explanation to better understandability by public opinion at large. So, the selected goals, according to the criteria that I said before, supporting the development of 100% reusable space vehicles, low cost, safe and reliable passenger space transportation vehicles, orbital debris, recovery and reuse, a key milestone towards space safety, and the kickoff of geolunar space industrialization. It's very important always remember that while everyone who talk about the orbital debris think about the safety problem, that's very important, of course, we also point out that this is a very important resource that is in orbit. It costed money, and it shouldn't be wasted. It should be recovered and start to work on it. Enhance life protection in space, develop radiation protection shields for space vehicles and habitats, and start experimenting simulated gravity to produce fuel in space from lunar and asteroid materials, support the space tourism industries and their effort to develop civilian technologies for space travel and accommodation, and the 18th SDG to bootstrap the civilian space development to be added to the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals. In order to make the 17 SDG feasible and sustainable. This is the core of our proposal to you and UNUSA. Of course, the above doesn't mean to abandon the other final resolution goals, just to adopt a priority for 2023. Our committees will keep on working on all of our final resolution goals and producing materials for our outreach and campaigns. So you see here the role of the committees is very important for us, because in the committees we have experts, and so we can work in a coherent way and well-informed way, taking into account the state of the art of the literature and what researchers and institutes of research and the space agencies are doing on those points. Committees are the tools that we allow us to be on the edge of that matter, not to be maybe discussing on something that is not at the edge and maybe backwarded, or no, we want to be well informed and to work with the experts and to be sure that we are saying really what is needed to advance. So our projects for the last quarter of 2022. Yeah, now we are in November, therefore we, yeah, the last month, more or less. For the SI Giving Tuesday 2022, the 29th of November, we have to prepare presentations to be given during the Giving Tuesday, at least what we made in 2022, what we want to do in 2023, invited testimonials, and SRI members. So we will make a big meeting like the one of today, and even bigger, and many people will talk. Originally, we were thinking about a marathon. Hello. Okay, we were thinking about a marathon, 24 hours, but then we decided to have a shorter time, maybe 4 or 5 hours, starting 6 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. During these 4 or 5 hours, we will alternate several talks. We will give videos. We will have testimonial. We will try to call the people to give some money to make sponsorship and the new members to subscribe as members. So agenda before 29 November, a meeting of our SI members, as this one that we are doing today, to prepare a graphic manifesto for the SI Giving Tuesday. And I have asked to Serena Crotti, she's a very, very good graphic designer. You know, she makes the picture for the Artemis launch event that we made 2 days ago. So she's also a member of SRI, therefore I asked her to make a picture for our 29th of November. Unfortunately, no, not unfortunately, she's now traveling to Santander to make another of her analog mission, astronautical analog. But however, she will work for that. We will send newsletters announcing the Giving Tuesday initiative, 1 per week. So now, okay, we have only 2 weeks before, but however, we will do. And okay, so this is the last quarter. 2023, okay. Julio Rezende, that is the chair of Space Renaissance South America, proposed a conference in Natale, in the northeast of Brazil, and we think we could do it in February. And okay, this is all to be organized, of course. Then we should have a workshop on orbital debris together with the University of Padova in Italy. We will participate to the IAF springtime meetings in Paris in March. We make well, not a conference, not exactly a conference. It will be a workshop with the students in Kuwait, together with the SGAC, Space Generation Advisement Council, proposed by our member Ghanim Al-Otaibi in April, likely. We will have a conference, we make a conference in Europe. No, sorry, this is wrong. Strasbourg is no more in the hypothesis, because in that period the International Space University is not possible to be used for public events. It will probably be in the Netherlands, at Leiden University, and this will be in collaboration with the National Space Society and likely the Moon Village Association. Then maybe we can add other partners for sure. ACES Worldwide is invited also, and we can work together to this conference. We hope can be possible to organize a conference in the United States. I know that talks are going ahead to revitalize the Space Renaissance USA chapter, to get 501c3 status in order to start collecting money, and that maybe we could have a a presentation conference of the chapter. That would be a great thing. Then we will participate to the IAC Congress in Baku, Azerbaijan. We will have in September the panel at UN. There is an ongoing project called Art Goes to Mars. Maybe Sabine could say something about that. And we want to make a prize or bursary for students. This is listed at the end, but is not the end. Is not the last of our priorities for sure. We have to work on it and start preparing it very early, before 2023. So this is the program. You see that it's a very, very engaging program for us. And we need, of course, we will need money. We thought about rather a rough 3,000 or 2,000 euros for each of these initiatives. And it's very easy to reach 30,000 euros as a budget. And considering that some of these projects, maybe some of them will not be made and so on. However, this is more or less what we need just to start thinking about those. And in order to be able to pay some travel, to buy what is needed to buy and so on. Of course, in Azerbaijan, if we will have to take a boat, it will be more than 3,000 euros. But however, let's see what we can do. Okay, now coming to some important thing, and because if we are going to work together with big organizations like the International Astronautical Federation, I think we have to have a strategy, to know what we want to do, what are our priorities, and so on. So talking about IAF, now we are an official member of IAF. SRI was accepted and it was voted during the General Assembly of the IAC in Paris. So our reputation in the space community is augmented. We have a channel in which our positions may have a weight and be conveyed to larger communities and environments. It's important to be in the IAF. It's important that we can speak in their General Assembly. There were maybe 400 or 500 persons in that assembly in Paris, and important to have a voice. Our president made a short speech, and so everybody saw that space renaissance is a real thing, okay? Not only a ghost going around in the air. We can learn more things about space policy and science. We can produce better arguments in our outreach by discussing the IAF positions. For example, great part of space outreach is currently dedicated to how space is useful for life on Earth. If communicated alone, that is not educative. If communicated alone, it could suggest that using space for Earth can support civilization to survive and keep on progressing. That is wrong and uneducational. The correct educational outreach should always make two concepts. Space technologies supported civilization on Earth's surface so far in many fields. We know about all the fallouts of technology transfer from space to Earth and so on. After we passed the threshold of 8 billion citizens, and it was declared yesterday that we are 8 billion, officially 8 billions on Earth, the above is not enough. We should now communicate how space technologies shall be used for space development to support civilization to expand into outer space. I want to mention here another point that is very important for us. We can see that all the space community keep on talking about space exploration. Now, space exploration is a very important thing. Of course, we don't want to stop space exploration. It should continue. Yet, often we point out that we talk about expansion into space, that we talk about space settlement, that we talk about civilian space development. That is something different from exploration. So when somebody ask us what we do, what we think, what we are doing, we have to always to say that we are working for civilian space development, for expansion of civilization into space, not only exploration, of course, also exploration. But this is the change of paradigm that we are living in these years, from space exploration to space expansion. Okay, so SRI to wake more, to get visibility and promote our final resolution goals. We need quicker and more efficient ways of promoting our Congress final resolution goals, the 12 goals of civilian space development, to enter the discussion of bigger organization and build tendencies inside them favorable to civilian space development. We have to identify our potential allies and discuss with them and understand how to work together in order to enlarge the support for this perspective. IAF and ITACUS are currently the best opportunity in our range, being now SRI a member of IAF. IAF is well connected with governments, UN, space agencies, and many other public entities, both space and not space. IAF to make a further step, going more public, starting to bring its outreach in television and general media. We have seen in Paris that IAF is well connected to governments. There were ministers there, there were not only French government people, there were also other from Germany, from other European countries. So they have a good connection. And maybe during those days of the Congress, they also got some quick space on the public television. I don't know, because I didn't see the French television, if in their news heads they had this news or not. However, I think in IAF we should work to push them to get more public, to go outside, to speak to the people, because a big organization as the IAF, it has the power to do it. So why not to do it? It's very important. Okay, we don't claim that they go in television and say what we say. No, it's simple. Just it would be important even if they only say space is important. Space is important for sustainability. Space is important for the normal things. But it is important that they will be said outside of the space community. So I think one of our mission inside the IAF will be to create a current for inclusivity, to give our message, to give the space novel to all the society, not only to few. Well, not few, because I think today IAC in Paris, maybe 10,000 people participated this year. It was a really big thing. However, okay. Goal to show the evidence of civilian space development as the solution of the multiple crises we are facing. Other questions. Are the big US space organizations present on general media? Maybe some of our American members can give an answer to this. How are they proposing such terms to the general public? NSS, the Mars Society, Planetary Society, ASD, should we have initiatives towards them? Yes, okay, of course we are already working with the Mars Society and with the NSS too. And the Space Renaissance USA is a member of the Alliance for Space Development that collect maybe 10 or 12 organizations in the US. However, it would be interesting to understand if these organizations are talking on general media, on the CNN, on the public big networks, and so on. Okay, initiative toward UNUSA. SRI will take the following measures in 2023 to increase its participation in international discussions, particularly within the United Nations regime. Explore opportunity for NGO status at the UN ECOSOC committee. Then maybe Marlène will say something more about that. That would facilitate permanent observer status at the UN COPUOS, promote active participation by SRI, develop a SRI position paper on UN Space 2030 agenda, participate in IAF UN UNUSA workshop, hold a Swiss session at UNGA 78 in collaboration with ACES, and liaise more effectively with SRI, ASL Worldwide, Moon Village, and other organizations active at UN level. Okay, I think well, yes, there are some considerations to be made about the performance, our performance. How did SRI publicly performed? A webinar series, I see, very good. Sabine did it, is doing it very, very professionally and without losing the pace. Yeah, we made maybe already 30 or about 30 of these webinars, and with good attendance and good results. The participation to the IAF, it was good, but less than what we could do. UN, okay, we had the first tentative. Okay, we made the first panel in September this year. We can do better. We are working to do it. We already started to organize with Marlène and Kim also our panel for 2020. ISU, we gave some lectures, good, were very well received, and chaired some workshops. It was the first experience, and maybe we wanted to do too much in a short time, in only 3 hours, and we have to better think about. But however, the students were happy of what we made. So it is a self, because it was me. It was me. Sorry, my video was stopped. You keep on seeing the presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
No, because I realized that my video was stopped and I don't know why. Also, my face is not showing. I don't know why. Okay.
Yes, but we can see the presentation.
Fine, that's the essential thing. Okay, then okay, the organization after the 1 year after the our third Congress. The board held 16 meetings and organized basically all what we made, the festival in Berlin, the spring meetings in Paris in March, ISU workshops, IC 73, UN workshop, and Padova, participation to Padova, the celebration of the 800 years of the university in Padova. The academy held 5 meetings and constituted and started up the committees. Volunteers, all members, made 4 meetings, sharing ideas, initiative, criticism for improvement of the association works and performance. The Space Law Committee held 2 meetings now. It was, okay, this slide was made a couple of weeks ago. Now we made 2 meetings. We have a conceptual agenda and an abstract methodology, and also a plan for next year, 4 meetings in the 2023 with milestones to be reached in the understanding the space policy, making a refining our position, understanding what we can do, and so on. Space Habitats Committee also had 1 meeting, conceptual agenda and abstract methodology. Statutes and Bylaws Committee held 1 meeting, and now this small committee is working hard, because we are going to have an upgrade of our legal status. You know that Space Science International is based in Italy, and according to the Italian law, we have to make something to get the possibility to the donation to be tax deductible, and to call for the 5 per thousand of the tax on the tax given by the citizens. It can destinate 5 per thousand of their outcome to space renaissance. Okay. Membership campaign. The rate is still too low. What should we do? Membership ramps up when we organize public conferences and events, when local members engages recruiting new members. Positive cases, Germany in 2021, thanks to Sabine, and the SRI Festival in Berlin, Arkenhall Observatory, thanks to Sabine, both. And Italy recently, thanks to Natale Viscomi. Natale, based in Calabria, has brought on board 6 new members in the last 2 weeks, and is organizing some lectures in Italian schools, in liceo, okay, secondary high school and so on. So we are, let me say, restarted to work in Italy. Also, Miriam, a young member, started to think about renewing the website, the Italian website, and to organize some activities. Internships. We had some first experiences, and we learned something. Interns were of great help and matured during their work. We can do better, of course. Especially Cole Armgast, was possible for him to make a lot of work during the summer. Now we restarted his lessons at the university, and therefore is less easy to do. However, okay, it was a good experience. We have to go ahead and to continue the work. The academy was structured, 2 main laboratories and several committees. We have the ambassador program. We had some lectures and began using some propedeutic lectures. And we have the space philosophy committee that is headed by Marie-Luise Heuser. Of course, the committee will have a different goal with respect to the laboratory. The laboratory encompasses all the activity, our activities on philosophy, while the committee will try to maybe, okay, Marie-Luise will give us a draft methodology and goals for the committee. We have now in the space development 9 committees, all chaired. Okay, it's easier okay, I will show it later when I close the presentation. We have a new manifestation of interest from contacts made at IXC 73, yet they will remain unattended if chair will not move towards a bigger responsibility, but they are doing so. Therefore, forgive me for some critical accent that. But however, I'm happy with what we are doing, because I see that the chairs are working on their goals, and that's very good. Fundraising. Okay, I'm going to the end. Three main channels. Membership for ordinary expenses, sustainability, 100 members are the minimum. We get about 2,000 euros a year with 100 members. For sustainability or for reimbursements and volunteers bonus, we would need members in the order of thousands in order to go to get more than 20,000 euros. So it should be one order of magnitude more. Sponsorship. We need to get companies. If we had 100 companies for 500 euros each, we will get 50,000 euros, almost double of our 2023 budget. Donations, single, one-shot, or recurrent donors could be winned by means of proper initiatives such as donation dinners, Giving Tuesday, virtual events, other events. Let's concentrate our effort on fundraising during the last quarter of 2022. Sponsorship, Giving Tuesday, and membership. Even because if we don't do it now, we will jump 1 year, because the companies are making their budget for 2023 now. So if we don't ask money to them now, they will not put this voice in their budget, and we will not have the sponsors for 2023. So this is the moment to concentrate our efforts. Okay, we'll consider written proposal to be sent to corporates, our budget, etc. I already said things, said this thing. Sponsorship plan. Make a list of corporates to be contacted and proposed. Make a list of celebrities to be used as testimonials in our range. Make a list of SRI members. directors and not, who can provide contacts and or directly contact potential sponsors, assign lists of contacts to the listed SRI proposers, have a letter and a brochure to be used for contacts, develop the campaign ending no longer than December 15. Also, this thing I will show because some of these things are already available. It's very important if we know some celebrities, I mean actors or astronauts or any celebrity, that it's very important that we invite them to make a 1 minute video. Yes, I also asked all of us to make 1 minute video promoting SRI and calling for donation, sponsorship, and membership. Some of us already responded. We have a beautiful video by Corrinne and one by Giulio Prisco, and myself. I made one. That is, all the three of them are on YouTube and can be seen. Donation plan is the same, a little bit different because donors are not the sponsors and not exactly the same thing. However, okay, also for this we need testimonials and everything. And this is all. Now, let me see. Okay, my camera started again to work. I don't know why before it wasn't. I just want to show you. Just a moment to exit from the presentation. Okay. Want to show you something, two things. One is the okay. This is the page, the summary page of the committees. So there is a presentation of a general presentation of the committees and of the laboratories and of the Space and Art chapter. Each one of the laboratories has a page that can be improved, of course. The art chapter so far points to the Facebook group, because we don't have a page, a web page about the Space and Art chapter, but I think we can make it in the future. This is a presentation of the scopes, the general scopes of the committees, to develop a deep knowledge and project consistency on the themes emerged from the Third World Congress, to actively participate in the discussion of their specific topic from a multidisciplinary point of view, to invite other researchers, artists, philosophers, space enthusiasts to contribute and exchange ideas, proposals, suggestions, etc., to forward proposals more oriented to the benefit of humankind and civilization, relating to UN Space 2030 agenda items. To offer to our friends and colleagues a room where experiencing our methodology and working together, helping them to decide to join our crew as members. This map is an interactive map. If you click on the you get, if you click on the upper part, you get a bigger map, a bigger chart. If you click on one of the committees, you go to the short description of that committee, and from here you have access to the existing documents. For instance, this one on the simulated gravity provided by Jerry Stone and Werner Grandl. So this is what, here you can go back to the map, and if you point on another, okay, 18 SDG committee, this is by chaired by myself. We have a draft methodology. Okay, so for each one of the committees, by now we have a document explaining what the committee wants to do. Of course, the work is in progress, okay? But just to give you a representation of please note that all of these things are on the academy side, not on the Space Renaissance main side, but is on the Academy Space Renaissance.space. Okay. Another thing I want to show you, then I will stop. It is. Okay. This is the page that I have made about the 29 November 2022. We have, okay, the live Zoom, of course, could be also followed on YouTube. These are the 3 videos that I told you before. We have, okay, the forms for donating, etc. And we have a small document for why we are calling for donations, our focus, our program for 2023. We can do it with a little help by our friends. Here are some links if someone wants to know more about, okay, main website, Facebook groups, last brochure, history in brief, history in details, Space Renaissance Manifesto, Medici Fund, and frequently asked page. And a little bit more information about our projects for 2023. So this thing exists for the donations and also for the sponsors. Okay, very similar, but slightly different. Oof. Now, it's only 1 minute, so maybe we can see.
Hi, everyone. It's Dr. G with Stick.
Okay, it was better to see it.
Dr. G with Space Renaissance International and Space Renaissance USA. We have our upcoming Giving Tuesday, and we're looking forward to your continued support. Thank you to everyone who's been part of our community. We've launched our 3rd Congress, and some of our work benefits our students. So we have a scholarship fund, we have a Medici fund, we have programs that we're looking to platform and to help entrepreneurs as well, and to just expand the work of not the final frontier, but the next frontier in terms of our work. So we look forward to your support, and thank you for your continued support, and see you on Giving Tuesday.
So this is Corrinne. Here is Giulio.
My name is Giulio Brisco.
Okay.
I am a space enthusiast, a former space professional in the public sector, and an Apollo orphan.
Yes, we're live.
Today, with the launch of Artemis-1, NASA inaugurated the Artemis
welcome you to our
successful
webinar.
I'm sorry.
A space renaissance.
Sorry.
My name is Sabine Heinz, and I'm the
Sorry,
person
something is going
webinars.
because when I open YouTube, things are going automatically. I'm sorry.
But we have seen it already, Adriano. We have watched it. You sent the videos and we have seen it already.
Expansion will begin. Humanity will be multiplying. My name is Giulio Brisco. I am a space enthusiast, a former space professional in the public sector, and an Apollo orphan. Today, with the launch of Artemis-1, NASA inaugurated the Artemis program, the successor of Apollo, a space renaissance is coming. Humans will walk on the moon again before the end of this decade, and then human space expansion will begin. Humanity will be multiplanetary before the end of this century. Space enthusiasts like us can participate in human space expansion by supporting citizen space organizations. Space Renaissance International is a citizen space organization that promotes a visionary but sustainable approach to human space expansion. The organization needs members, donors, and sponsors. Support Space Renaissance International and be part of our bright human futures among the planets and moons of the solar system, and then beyond.
This was Giulio. Now I show you also my rants, and I was joking a little bit. Good morning, everyone. This is Adriano Uttino. I am the founder and former president of Space Renaissance International. Why I'm so happy today? Because in considering that during the last 2 years, from and during our and after our third World Congress, the Space Renaissance International has grown very much, grown in membership, has grown in funding, and we made very important things in 2022. Just to name a big festival in Berlin at the Archenhall Observatory. We participated to the International Astronautical Federation, Organization and Congress, and we made an important workshop panel at the United Nations in September on the topic of civilian space development, and we will do more in 2023. We will make another workshop at the UN about adding the 18th SDG to the UN 17 SDGs of the Sustainable Development. That is to kick off the civilian space development, expanding civilization into space. So what we want to do, we want to create a bigger, very large support to this roadmap, that is to start moving outside our planet, to start industrializing the geolunar space, to start expanding into the solar system, to allow our 8 billion, now officially 8 billion, the United Nations announced it yesterday, 8 billion Earth citizens to keep on progressing and developing cultural, economical, industrial growth for the benefit of everyone, for 100% full inclusive society. Thanks to the great abundance of resources existing in the solar system, the asteroids, the moon, the planets, and everything. So please support us. We need more members. We need more money. So please use the links to the proper form to subscribe, to join us as members, and donating money or making a sponsorship if you have a company, if you are a space company, or even not a space company, but you are interested, you want to start working in space. Therefore, become a sponsor of Space Renaissance International. We will help you, and you will help us. Okay, so it's a big work we have to do together. Thank you very much, everybody. We're waiting for you in our community, and ad astra. Okay. Hello. Everybody survived? to my long presentation. Okay, so now the floor is to you. If you have anything to say, to ask, to criticize, or to whatever you want to say. I would like very much if some of our committee chairs would say something. I don't know. Yes, Marlène is still with us. Werner is with us. Sabine is with us. Okay.
Maybe I will contribute.
Yes, here, I'm here.
Possible? Well,
Who's going?
in my opinion, we should focus on some very key items within the next year, within the year 2023. I think one of the key items is the new orbital station with artificial gravity, which I'm developing, and I want to present it in next autumn at the IAC conference in Baku. I'm working on this item. The second thing is we should be more interested in measurements against hazardous asteroids, because this is a question in the long run of too big or not to be. It is very easy to say. And the third thing is, according to Adriano, we should add to the sustainable goals of the United Nations our sustainable goal number 18, because this is also a very, very important thing. Yes, thanks.
Thank you very much, Werner. I think Marlène was going to say something.
Okay, just one moment. Let me just see if I can turn on my video. Please. Okay. Okay, I don't, if you can see me. No?
No,
No, okay.
not yet.
All right. Okay, so let's see. A moment. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there I am. Okay. All right. So yes, no, thank you for just going over briefly what we're doing with the Space Law Committee. So we started working on the committee back in the summer. We established quarterly meetings. We did meet just recently to establish the goals for the committee. So generally, our idea was to focus predominantly this year on all of the applications to be able to become more participant in the UN. So as Adriano mentioned, through the ECOSOC to gain NGO status and then COPUS, but gaining ECOSOC status would also be able to participate in other committees or organs of the UN, which I think is becoming increasingly important outside of the COPUS, given the structure of the COPUS and the need for consensus. So the SDGs, or the Sustainable Development Goals, touch on different areas of the UN. So if we can be a little bit more or participate in those other committees and organs, I think there's a greater chance that we can be successful with our goals at the SRI. We also spoke about after these processes are done, to be able to focus on developing the law, whether it's internally, so educating the SRI community about space law and policy, or externally and doing research and participating in legal forums on space outside the SRI. But we did have a good quorum, and we'll work through email between the quarterly meetings. So far, so good. And another activity that we'll participate in is helping the SRI participate with ACES worldwide at the Science Summit at the United Nations General Assembly. So we'll work to help coordinate speakers and topics so that our presentation will be effective. So that's my contribution. Thank you, Adriano.
Thank you, Marlene. Excellent.
Yeah, if you like, I can share the video. Maybe it will work. For the Art Goes to Mars project. Moment. I hope it will appear here. No, I cannot. No, it's not possible because it's in a. Oh, I can open the presentation. Wait a moment. Then I open the presentation and I can show the video. I skipped the presentation, but I show the video about Art Goes to Mars. So. I will share it again. So this was my presentation at the Mars Society convention, but I only wanted to show the video about Art Goes to Mars. Just a second, my laptop is a little bit slow. I think here's a video.
Can you make it
so.
full screen?
Yeah, moment. I don't know if it will start.
The bottom on the right.
Yeah.
Just a bit, just at the left of the cursor to get bigger or.
No. I wanted to have it from this point and.
Yes. That icon on the bottom right. Bottom right.
Yeah.
No,
Is
the
it
bottom.
here?
Not on the top, on the bottom.
Oh, wait, I make it like this.
Okay, great.
Okay, I run through. Sorry. That was my presentation about here's a work what I did with some oxidation medium. And this was my idea, what I presented, because I saw that they very often show the space habitats without without a wall. But if you are in the desert, you have always walls surrounding the habitats because there is a dust storm, and and I know that they have some brick production possibilities from regolith. So and if they make some walls, then we would have a huge canvas for artwork and on Mars. Then I presented our festival. Our project Art Goes to Mars, and here the video should run now.
We don't hear.
You don't hear it?
No.
Why you don't hear it? That is too bad if you don't hear it. Then I wanted to show the project because Werner and Robert Subrina were supporting our Art Goes to Mars project, but if it don't run, then we have to find a way how I can show it in another day. Yeah, this is a project, and we launched it in Berlin at the Space Renaissance Art and Science Festival. We launched it in Paris and also at the Mars Society convention in October. So that's from my part for the moment.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I thought I can show the video, but
Never
sorry.
mind. Never mind. Okay.
Okay,
I just
I can say something.
sure, please.
Adriano, first I thank you for this presentation, and my work is in progress because in the last weeks and months I had a lot to do with conferences in Germany in the framework of the German Aerospace Society, and today I have a good news. I had a good news from my surroundings here in Düsseldorf, where I'm living, because I have the possibility to get a room to present space art, space poetry, space music, space philosophy, and we are planning a lot of things to promote space culture themes. And my idea here is that we have not only to be in the internet as with Zoom meetings, because you have a lot of Zoom meetings, and I think all of our very, very beautiful Zoom meetings are not very often frequented. We have not so much visitors. I think it could be enlarged, and so my idea was to go to the population in present. And this I had also done in Braunschweig when I was the chief of the space culture speech series, lecture series. So lecture series, we had this lecture series in the House of Science in Braunschweig, and my first attempt was to get this lecture series here in the House of the University in Düsseldorf, but this is in progress. Also, I have the connections now to the University of Düsseldorf, who is also now becoming a space university, together with Toulouse and with universities in Poland, Sweden, and I think in Denmark, but I don't not really. There are five universities which are financed, which are financed and will be financed by the European Commission, I think. And I've tried to get in this cooperation, first with our Society of Space and Culture, but also with Space Renaissance International. I have also in mind to combine this. And my real work is philosophy. I'm writing a book on space philosophy, and therefore I had not so much contributed to the space committee, the Committee of Space Philosophy side, which you mentioned here, which you show us. Okay, my English is not so well. Please apologize, and this is was my contribution now.
Thank you very much, Marie-Luise. I just want to recall that as we made some lectures at the International Space University, We had two of these lectures, one by me, myself, and one by Sabine. Both were very well received at the ISU in Strasbourg. And I would recommend every one of us that are working in universities, maybe to propose some of us to come and make a workshop with students, make a lecture with professors interested in space. And I think also Bernard could give some lectures. And myself, for sure, you can see the lecture that I gave at the ISU and for the Space Renaissance Ambassadors. And so I think it would be very important to start making relations and contacts with universities, because so we can approach students, we can approach young people, and also we are organizing the Target Young Generation Committee started to work, and Ghanim Alotaibi is a co-chair together with Bernard, so they will get soon they will get their draft methodology of the committee, and Ghanim is organizing a workshop in Kuwait, in a university on space renaissance, civilian space development, and so on. So I think definitely we have to work more with universities. So I would be very happy if we can connect and maybe to to go there and give some, make some workshop or lectures or so on. Okay.
Okay, I'm working a lot with several universities in Germany. I had a conference, I organized a conference at the University Jena in September in the framework of the great conference of the German Aerospace Society, but this is in German, you know, this is in German language. And the lecture series we are planning here in Düsseldorf is also in German, but I can try to make a special day or something like that. But it's all this collaboration with the University of Düsseldorf is now in progress. You know, it's a planning project, but it is it is primarily in German.
Yeah, well, of course, if we come, we have to speak in English because we don't know.
Yes, clear, I know. But
it's a good possibility that you have the possibility to expose pictures, and this is really great news. Thank you. Because
yes,
we were talking about. Edward wants to say something too.
Perhaps not one sentence. Perhaps I can also give a lecture to the Space University in Strasbourg.
In ISU.
Yes,
yeah.
To space philosophy.
But I think Werner can talk to Pascal and to see if it's possible to arrange it. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I think they will be very happy of that. For sure. Yeah. Okay.
Edward wants to say something. Simply speak, Edward. If not, he will not come to talk.
Thank you. First, I have to apologize. I'm located in the United States. I am German, but the last time years ago when I was in Stuttgart, I was teased by Germans because no sprechen die Deutsch. I don't speak German. But my grandfather, he could speak German, Spanish, English, and Portuguese. So obviously he was smarter than me. so what I'm asking about is, I'm a member of the Mars Society in the United States, and I thought when you had a list of various important SRI activities, I saw like a 1/2 second mention on the slide of the Mars Society, and I was wondering, what is that about? It gave a date or time, and if you could tell me what that is exactly.
We have
it was on the chart.
we have a collaboration with the My Society. We have signed this collaboration, and we started now to fill it with content. It's our Art Goes to Mars project. This is why I wanted to show the movie, but it's not running, and it's always a problem with Zoom. But I gave this lecture too at the My Society convention as a panel speaker on Sunday. And
I missed that, by the way, but I'm waiting for it to be up on the web and then YouTube, and then I'll watch it.
Yeah. They will be on YouTube. And I also worked as a volunteer at the My Society. I'm also a member of the My Society. And yeah, we want to do this project together. And I think other projects will follow, because we have Susan Ibjul with MMRs, and they also have some Mars habitat projects, and so I think we can do a lot of things together. And so we just started to work together with the Mars Society, but it should be filled with more content.
Yeah, I'm looking
Adriano, is
forward.
that right?
I'm looking forward to that. The thing that confused me, I thought I saw an indication of an exact date for next year's Mars Society convention, and I don't even think we have a location yet for next year. We're working on that, and I don't know if it's just going to be on-site or on-site plus Zoom like we did this last year. I hope both, but anyhow, I will look at your presentation when it's up on YouTube, and hopefully that'll be within the next week or two. And I'm glad to see I'm not the only Mars Society member here. That's cool.
I think there are several. Who is also a member of the Mars Society here? Marie-Luise.
Right.
And
we're all SRI, so we can all raise our hands on that.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you for your help.
Yeah. I think Adriano left us. Maybe he has some problems with his Anna. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have put in the chat the link to the committees page, because I would remind everyone to see the committees page and maybe to read the contents of if you are interested to one or two committees. And remember that you can join the committees, and you can also invite people to join, even if they are not members of SRI. We hope that working together, then they will subscribe and become members. So, so really, let's start to think to the committees as our front end toward the people, the society, to interested people interested to work on space, and yeah, this is a way to grow up, I think.
Okay.
Good.
I have to leave now. I have to say goodbye. I've got other things, of course, happening, but I'm glad I could attend most of this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Last but
Okay.
not least, don't forget to make a 1-minute video that we can add to our gallery, and we can share on the social networks, and to call for the 29, the giving
Tuesday.
and
I'll put that on my list. I got a big list.
yeah, okay.
You simply can donate something. Maybe it's easier.
Yes. Also, of course, also donate. All of us are paying the yearly fee to our membership fee, but it's very important if you can also give a few money. I don't know, 100 euros or what you can. It's everything will be. And yeah, I promise that I gave you information about this thing, but however, we are going to make an important step forward, step upward in our legal status, because so far we are only an organization with a VAT number, so we are a regular organization, but we can accede an Eiger status that is to be registered in the unique register of the non-governmental
Gotta
organization.
go. Bye. I gotta go.
And Adriana, I'm
Bye.
gonna drop off too, but just really quickly, this is Corrinne. Hi, everyone. Morning, evening, good night, I guess. Just make sure whenever you're posting, sending those video or so on, that the link takes them straight to where they can donate or become a member. Okay, just a reminder.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. So, well, I think we can maybe close if nobody has anything more to say. Okay. So,
Okay.
So,
Oh,
thank you.
ciao.
Ciao. Wish you all a nice evening. Bye.
Ad Astra. Bye bye.
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 Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.